Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the ages, unraveling the mysteries of our shared past. Today, we find ourselves in the enchanting realm of Courland, a land of captivating history and intrigue. As we delve into the annals of time, we shall discover the precursors, origins, and earliest history of Courland through the ages. In the distant past, the region now known as Courland was inhabited by various tribes, each leaving their indelible mark on the landscape. The ancient Curonians, a Baltic tribe, roamed the shores of the Baltic Sea, their settlements nestled among the rolling hills and dense forests of what is now western Latvia. As we traverse this terrain, imagine the rustling of leaves beneath our feet, the gentle lapping of waves against the shore, and the cries of seagulls soaring overhead. The Curonians were skilled hunters and fishermen, living in harmony with the land and the sea, their lives dictated by the rhythms of nature. The earliest written records of Courland date back to the 9th century, when the region was mentioned in the chronicles of the Viking explorer, Wulfstan C. According to these accounts, the Curonians were a pagan people, worshipping a pantheon of gods and goddesses associated with the natural world. Their spiritual practices were deeply connected to the land and the cycles of nature, reflecting their profound respect for the environment that sustained them. As we explore the early history of Courland, we must also consider the role of the Livonian tribes, who inhabited the region to the east of the Curonians. The Livonians were a Finno-Ugric people, with their own distinct language and customs, and they played a significant part in shaping the cultural landscape of Courland. Their interactions with the Curonians and other neighboring tribes would have far-reaching consequences, as the region became a complex tapestry of different cultures and influences. The 12th century saw the arrival of Christian missionaries in Courland, who sought to convert the pagan tribes to the new faith. One notable figure from this period is Saint Meinhard, a German monk who established a mission in the region and worked tirelessly to spread Christianity among the Curonians. Although his efforts were met with resistance, they ultimately laid the groundwork for the Christianization of Courland, which would have a profound impact on its development. As we stand at the threshold of this fascinating narrative, we find ourselves poised on the cusp of a new era, one that will be marked by grandeur, turmoil, and transformation. The stage is set for the emergence of Courland as a major player in the region, with all the attendant drama, intrigue, and majesty. And so, dear listeners, let us proceed to the next chapter in our tale, as we explore the pivotal events that will come to define Courland through the ages. A period marked by unprecedented growth, cultural flourishing, and the forging of a distinct identity that will resonate throughout the century. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, dear listeners, as we continue our journey through the enchanting realm of Courland. Having explored the origins and earliest history of this captivating land, we now find ourselves at the threshold of a new era, one marked by grandeur, cultural flourishing, and the forging of a distinct identity that will resonate throughout the centuries. As we delve into this pivotal period, we discover that the 16th century was a time of great transformation for Courland. The region had become a major player in the Hanseatic League, a powerful trading federation that dominated the Baltic Sea. The city of Riga, with its impressive architecture and bustling ports, emerged as a hub of commerce and culture, attracting merchants and artisans from all over Europe. Imagine strolling through the cobblestone streets of Riga, taking in the sights and sounds of a thriving medieval city, with the sound of hammering on metal, the smell of freshly baked bread, and the chatter of people from diverse backgrounds. One notable figure from this period is Gottfried Kettler, the last master of the Livonian order, who played a crucial role in shaping Courland's destiny. In 1561, Kettler secularized the Livonian order and established the duchy of Courland and Semigalia, with its capital in Mitau. This marked the beginning of a new era of growth and development for Courland, as the duchy became a major center of trade, culture, and learning. The University of Dorpat, founded in 1632, was one of the oldest universities in Europe and attracted scholars from all over the continent. The 17th century saw the rise of Duke Jacob Kettler, who ruled Courland from 1642 to 1682, and is often referred to as the founder of the country. During his reign, Kettler implemented a series of reforms aimed at modernizing the duchy's economy, military, and administration. He established trade relationships with other European countries, including England, France, and the Netherlands, and encouraged the development of manufacturing and commerce. The city of Libau became a major port, with ships sailing to destinations all over the world. As we explore this fascinating period, we find that Courland's cultural landscape was also flourishing. The duchy became a center of artistic and literary expression, with many notable writers, poets, and musicians making significant contributions to European culture. One notable example is the Courlandian poet and historian, Friedrich Koenig, who wrote extensively on the history and culture of the region. As Duke Jacob Kettler once said, "A country's strength lies not only in its military power, but also in its ability to foster learning, art, and commerce." These words reflect the Duke's vision for Courland as a land of prosperity, tolerance, and cultural achievement. And indeed, during this period, Courland became a beacon of enlightenment and progress, attracting people from all over Europe who sought to contribute to its vibrant culture. As we stand at the height of Courland's power and influence, we are reminded that all great civilizations must eventually face decline and transformation. The seeds of change were already being sown, and the duchy would soon face challenges that would test its resilience and adaptability. And so, dear listeners, let us proceed to the final chapter in our tale, as we explore the decline and aftermath of Courland's golden age, and the lasting legacy of this enchanting land. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, dear listeners, as we conclude our journey through the enchanting realm of Courland. Having explored the origins, growth, and flourishing of this captivating land, we now find ourselves at the threshold of a new era, one marked by decline, transformation, and the lasting legacy of Courland's golden age. As we delve into this pivotal period, we discover that the 18th century was a time of great challenge for Courland. The duchy faced intense pressure from its powerful neighbors, including Russia, Prussia, and Poland. In 1795, Courland was annexed by Russia, marking the end of its independence and the beginning of a new era of Russian rule. The city of Riga, once a thriving hub of commerce and culture, became a provincial capital, and the University of Dorpat was relocated to Tartu. Despite these challenges, Courland's cultural heritage continued to thrive. The region remained a center of artistic and literary expression, with many notable writers, poets, and musicians making significant contributions to European culture. Friedrich Koenig, the Courlandian poet and historian, wrote extensively on the history and culture of the region, preserving the memories of Courland's glorious past. As we explore this fascinating period, we find that Courland's legacy extended far beyond its borders. The duchy's traditions of tolerance, learning, and commerce had a profound impact on the development of Europe, shaping the course of history in ways both grand and subtle. The ideas of the Enlightenment, which had taken root in Courland during its golden age, continued to inspire generations of thinkers, artists, and leaders. One notable example of Courland's lasting legacy is the story of the Courlandian colonists who established settlements in Tobago and Gambia. These brave pioneers, who set sail from Libau in the 17th century, brought with them the values of their homeland, including a commitment to education, trade, and cultural exchange. Their descendants continue to thrive in these distant lands, preserving the memories of Courland's glorious past. As we stand at the end of our journey through Courland's history, we are reminded that all great civilizations must eventually face decline and transformation. Yet, even as the duchy itself ceased to exist, its spirit lived on, inspiring future generations to strive for greatness. And so, dear listeners, let us conclude our tale with a sense of wonder, awe, and appreciation for the enduring legacy of this enchanting land. In the words of Friedrich Koenig, a country's true strength lies not in its military power or economic wealth, but in the hearts and minds of its people. These words reflect the essence of Courland's spirit, a spirit that continues to inspire us today. As we bid farewell to this captivating land, we carry with us the memories of its grandeur, its cultural achievements, and its enduring legacy, a legacy that will forever be etched in the annals of history. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.